What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we will be finishing off the Lysanthir fusion that's going to be ongoing for a bit. We still have 3 days to finish this event or this fusion, but there's no more events that's going to be popping up in the schedule. So whatever you see is what you guys get. I'm currently sitting at 300 fragments here for the UZN. I'm missing 100 fragments, which will fully come from the Path of Spring event. Now, I've been waiting for the last day of this event because the progressive event for this day is probably the one that I want the most. Although I don't really care too much about the progressive champions that were up for grabs. I think the best one is probably the undead one, the Hecalytes. Brutalizing his name here, Herakeklex. Sorry, it's absolutely brutalized. But I think he's probably the best one or the most impactful one. And this is the one I actually have on my account, so I didn't bother pulling for him. So the next best one is this dwarf one, I think, because you can actually build a team in full stone skin around him and around his faction ally passive bonus here. So I'm going to be pulling for this guy. And in terms of shards that I want to pull, I think I want to pull like a mix of shards or probably just straight ancients, because I only have 14 sacred shards. Not really a lot. I've actually only gotten 4 sacred shards since the Fabian Soul event, so it's been over 2 weeks. Only picked up 4, so a little bit below average for me. I kind of want to build that up a little bit more, and ancients come pretty frequently for endgame accounts. Also, I have gems to purchase ancients if I need to do that, although I very rarely use gems to purchase ancient shards. That is an option in case something crazy happens, but probably not. So we'll probably be pulling ancient shards here today. From energy, I've basically gotten about 14,000. I pulled a couple small ancient shards here and there just to pick up some points on the dailies, but for the most part, this has come from dungeons, farming ice golem and all that stuff. But in any event, we need about 52,000 total points, so I'm going to be pulling about 80 ancient shards here today. No boost or anything like that, which is a bit of a bummer, but I don't really care too much about this boosted 2x sacred event. Although it would probably only cost me 8 sacred shards to finish off this entire event, I could pull 80 ancient shards to finish off the event instead. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys would do in my position. Personally, I think the sacred shards I want to save. I don't want to go down to maybe like 6 sacred shards. Just because sacred shards are more valuable for general events like Deck of Fate, Summon Rushes, and all that, and doing fusions. Whereas ancient shards, you really have to really find a good spot to use them. And I think this is a good spot to use them, even though you don't get the boosted rates for them here. So let's pull some ancient shards. We'll be pulling 80, and then we'll reassess when the dust settles. All right, 80. Big bummer here that we don't actually have a training event. Training event would be nice just to process some of the food. Obviously, make the epics into into 50s and all that. Would get some additional points, but no training event. Makes me think that a training event will start at the beginning of next week with maybe a bigger event attached to it. Who knows? We do have a Titan event usually after fusions, but that's usually for the soul of the fusion. So far, we were offered the soul in the Hero's Path. But yeah, it's not a hyped up soul or anything like that. So only 1 epic in the first 20 pulls. Really, really sad days. Epics are coming now. 30 pulls, we got 3 epics. Sounds about right in terms of overall rates. No idea about Mercy. Haven't been checking my Mercy in a little bit. We got the RSL helper. It's down. I recently hit my Void. Not Mercy, but I hit a Void legendary, actually. I pulled 3 Void shards for a daily on a 2x, and I got Angar. So my Void's reset, so I know that much. That's 40. We got 50 here. This is the 5th pull. No gold. A lot of blues. We're getting our points. That's pretty much what we're using these ancients for, just for points. Could be building up our Mercy for a 1+1, I guess. 2 epics here. Still going on the 1 epic per 10, roughly. Which is roughly the correct rate. Only 0.5% chance at a gold. Can we do it? I think we got 10 more left to pull here. Yes, we got 10 more left. Do the 10. How did you guys fare with the fusion? I think this final event here is actually, pretty reasonable in terms of shard usage. So for example, like I've basically finished the fusion just by pulling 80 ancient shards, right? Obviously, in terms of total shards pulled for a fusion event, I think it's quite reasonable. So the Path of Spring here, we're short about 3,000 points, I think. Let's go for 10 more and just finish off this event here. So 10 more. We're overshot by probably like 1,000 points, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So 90 ancient shards and we're done. There we go. 54,000. Let's finish this off real quick. A little bit tricky, right? There's actually a certain way we're supposed to do this so we don't mess up. Let me just double check here real quick. All right, so first things first, we go down, we get the key here, and then that gives us access to open up this middle fragment. So we'll do that right now. So we will open this up with our one key, get the fragments, and now that opens up this bottom row here, which is very, very valuable. We're going to open, let's open this one up. And at this point, we could go this way, but we don't want to pick this up. We can avoid this altogether. So let's go this way. We can go down the middle, 2, 1. Well, actually, no, we have to get all of them. So it doesn't matter which way we go. We can go this way and then get this and then get this. Okay, let's do that. Up. Yep. That up. Pick this guy up. And then we need to get this key anyways. So we need the full 100. Get this glyph. Open. Got you. Open. Open. Got you. So we got the full 100. Took us, yeah, exactly about 51,000 points. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to decide to probably whale out another 50 ancient shards. The ancient shard value is just really, really strong in this event. You don't get the best rates, but in terms of the resources that come back, it's pretty good. I'm really interested in some of these essences because I'm kind of low after tapping into them to get some impactful blessing upgrades. So, I mean, this row here I can have for about 55 ancient shards, so I can probably do that without too much issue. Like the other issue is probably this big rock. This big rock's really, really nice. It's also probably in reach. I could scoop all this up for 100 ancient shards. I don't know if that's kind of worth it. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know. This big rock is really hard to get for me, but I think this middle stuff for about 50 ancient shards, I think it's totally fine. So we'll do that right now. All right, let's do 50 more. So we can pick up that row of essences and that middle rock. We might even hit mercy here with the ancient shards. So this is 100 pull in this video. Do 20 more, do 10 more here, and then we'll probably have to make some space. A lot of blues, a lot of food fodder. Like I said, no training event. Really, really sucks. So 20 blues in a row. Make some space. All right. Oops. Darn, pulled the 10 by accident. See, this does happen to some people, actually. All right. We'll scratch that mistake. Let's go. Probably 30 more? 30 more, I think. Oof. 3 rare attacks in a row. That's kind of the way it goes. Kind of the way it goes sometimes. Epic, epic. Still no Lego. Probably going to hit mercy pretty soon. Like in this video alone, we pulled 120, 130, somewhere around there. I think we started with 200 ancient shards. Okay, let's see how much we got here. Total points, 25,000. Yeah, so I think this is probably enough. Not enough. 14. Yeah, so we need one more 10 pull. Let's make some space. All right, one more 10 pull, and then that's going to be it. Yeah, definitely. I think the ancient shard points is pretty insane. So just trying to take advantage of it here. We still didn't pull a legendary actually, and we pulled 150 ancient shards. So I mean, we gotta be pretty close to a 1+1. So it's probably best to definitely hold on for any more ancient shards. So we definitely don't want to spend any more. We got 30,000 here. I'm going to claim up all of this middle row here, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that's going to be our fusion. I mean, We pulled 150, you know, ancient shards. We only actually needed to pull 80 or 90, and then we had a fusion in the bag. So it's a relatively cheap one in terms of overall shard spend. I didn't spend any sacred shards, so I haven't spent any sacred shards for like 3 weeks now. We're sitting at 14. Hopefully, it can grow a little bit. I don't mind the ancient shards going low because we do have gems to recover if we have like a guarantee or something, or another really nice event. Otherwise, I don't like to use gems like ever on ancient shards. But yeah, we got void shards. We just no reason to pull void shards at the moment. Not close to mercy or anything. Anywho, let me know how you guys did on this this fusion Lysanthir. If you guys went for it, I know a very small percentage of you guys actually went for it. You know, which is a shame. I mean, he's a good champion. He's a decent champion, right? Very decent champion. Very helpful for some accounts, but makes sense that everybody wants to take a little bit of a break. I think I wouldn't mind a break. But you know, to be honest, like this champion is not too bad. It won't do anything for my account, but he's not too bad. And it's also in the high elf faction, so unless you have a full up faction guardians, he can be useful, right? Because you can pull a dupe, and then you can slot him in, and then you can work towards the 10 speed for your arbiter, for example. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. It's a little bit of a shard pull video, I guess. But, you know, we pulled 150 ancient shards. We didn't get anything for our trouble. We got a bunch of resources that we kind of need, actually. So we got 5 and 5. So that's basically 10 of these big resources. We got a middle stone and then 20 of the middle essences, which are, you know, going to be useful, of course. Like I said, I did use a bunch of the big stuff. I used a bunch of the big stuff for the Fabian Soul. I do have a bunch of the middle stuff still, so that can still work, but I don't have any of the big soul essences anymore. I only have 25. This Sulfurion actually just popped up today. I really, really want it. I can make it happen, but I would have to sell like the 6-star Lego, and basically all of this. I would have to sell everything and the 2 6-star Legos. I don't really want to get rid of the 2 6-star Legos. Both of them are pretty good champions. And then having a 6-star is pretty, you know, pretty hard to get. So I want to hold on to it. But yeah, the 5-star Sulfurion, a little bit enticing and all that. So I definitely have to work this back up. Also, I have to think about Marius needing 400 of those in the future, of course. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys pulled this weekend. We had a 4-day summon event and all that stuff. Did you guys pull anything nice? Did you guys pull the faction unity champions that you guys wanted, for example? And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good Easter if you guys are celebrating that and all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great end of your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one.